Greetings, everyone, on this beautiful evening where we jump into another episode of A Tale of Dice, where we follow the beautiful, very weird, very irrational heroes known as the Pack in their endeavors into the ever mist pine forests. But before
Ooh.
we jump into the game, how's everybody doing? Are you sitting comfortably? Are you okay?
Wait,
Did you
are you
exercise
asking me
recently?
or the audience? Because
Everybody, everybody.
Oh,
yeah, I'm
I don't
pretty
know.
comfortable, man.
Maybe just lay. I'm gonna lay down for a bit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Please so low that we don't see you. Okay.
Yeah, and mute so we don't hear your snoring at that
Yeah,
moment.
yeah, yeah. That sounds good
Oh
too.
no, I won't be on mute, man.
Um, Before we actually do jump in the game, there's one little thing that I just want to give to all of you as a piece of advice. Um, just save your llama points for just a little bit, just a little bit.
Yeah.
It'll become clear very soon,
Feed me.
and afterwards you can just feed Crystal like 5 times in a row.
We have not told Crystal what you should save the llama points for, though, so we hope she bought enough snacks.
Yeah.
Yeah, I upped everyone's volume, so let me know if this is better now.
Ah, very good, very good. I'm so quiet. All right, so if everybody's ready, everybody's sitting comfortably, Crystal is not falling asleep just yet. Maxime, get off your phone. Shall we play a game?
And we're back.
And welcome back. Do you hear it? Do you all hear it? The quiet evening in the Evermist Pine Forest? Because last we left off, our heroes were wandering through the province of Artelas, through the Evermist Pine Forest, journeying further and further east in search of two individuals. One, Iroh's long lost friend Dagwood, who had been seen somewhere in that region, and two, their old friend Violora Moran, who had another quest for them to help retrieve some artifacts for her and her guild. After traveling into the Evermist Pine Forest, they first stopped in a very quaint little place known as Hazelglade, where they stacked up on provisions and also got a little bit of a job on themselves, as the Evermist Pine Forest, so dense with an eternal fog, also houses all different types of monsters, among which giant spiders. The Empire had set out a sort of reward for thinning the herd of spiders in the forest. Together with one of the local hunters, a olive-skinned, black-haired woman by the name of Grace, they ventured into said forest to hunt these spiders and give the rewards back with Grace so that they could then further on go on with their journey. It seems that their quest was successful, as now a five five total dead spiders are lying around our heroes. One of which, a very large one, a large trapdoor spider it seemed, had opened his trapdoor lair, and within our heroes could now see a small quote unquote treasure hoard from all the different preys that this large spider had caught in his huntings. And now we get to the most beautiful part of this entire game, for me at least. I get to hand out loot.
Yes,
So-
a couple of things. I don't
Yes.
hear any music. I'm not sure if that's supposed to be. Second of all, I think there's a small static on your side. Can you reset your microphone? Because Ave is also not hearing you properly. So
You guys are not hearing any music?
no music at all.
No.
No music at all?
No.
Which I think is great for noise reduction.
Understandably so. Understandably so.
So
So-
let's fix those real quick, and then we can
Actually,
continue.
I hear Wouter clear and I hear Max crackling.
All right.
Let's
I can
see.
hear everybody. I'm so cool.
I can hear everything
I can't
fine
hear
as well.
Wouter. That's actually quite nice.
Mm.
So let's see.
Hmm,
Do you
I
guys
got
hear
this.
music now?
Nope.
No?
Still not.
It is happening.
We're so good at this. Like we had
I
one
will give us some
stream.
music in the meantime.
We had one
Okay.
stream without technical difficulties. One.
We did good.
Let me just get a little bit higher
I mean,
temp.
I see an upward trend here. I don't see the problem.
How about Maxime and Charlie? How about you play us a little song or something? While
Actually,
we're
I
waiting.
can connect my my guitar ukulele to this audio setup.
How long would that take, though? Because maybe it will take too
Charlie, go for it. Go, go, go.
Oh, there we go.
Oh.
Actually.
Okay, but it's very static. Do other people hear you?
Yeah.
Better?
Yes, I
I
think so.
I asked you guys if it was okay, and everybody said that it was okay.
long. I
Okay.
didn't know there
Um,
was supposed to be music.
I always play the
Ask
music
all
in
of
my
you.
mind.
Okay.
Alright.
I think we're about to be good. It's a little bit loud.
Really
It's
loud.
really loud.
It's really loud.
We're so good at this, guys.
Right over there?
Still too loud.
Still too loud? Let me change something. up.
Your voice is a lot.
Softer.
Yeah.
That's true. That's a fact.
So thank you guys for still hanging with us for these couple of difficult times that we're currently having. How are you doing? Like, yeah.
What's up, Afe and Joyce?
Yeah.
Also, I have a little sunburn going on.
Already?
Yeah.
Funny, but it-
I need very little,
Very
and
good.
I went through like a quarter of a tube of Factor 50 sunscreen, but
Damn.
it's I'm a very sensitive boy.
I
And,
didn't put
uh,
anything
Music
on.
right now? Is it still too loud?
No, it's better
No,
now.
it's,
This
it's
is
like-
good, man. This is good.
All right.
And the static I was hearing is also gone, so I think you fixed it.
Awesome. Ah, Jesus.
Okay, Ave, if you can give feedback on his volume now as well, then we're all set.
Well, I have it on.
There we go.
Okay, now Charlie was muted.
Come on.
Yeah.
Boop-a-doop-a-doop-boop.
You're good.
Okay,
Yeah, we're
cool.
good.
We're good.
Jesus
Good.
effing Christ.
Okay, I'm first gonna quickly higher your volume then, because Ave's still saying you're lower. I upped it a
Alright.
bit. Now you should be better.
Yay!
Okay.
And I'll just keep talking loud and
Okay.
clear.
Okay,
So-
this is too loud. Okay. Okay, go for it. We can
Yeah?
start. Yeah, we can
Yeah?
start. Yeah.
You sure?
We're all in this together.
God. Okay.
Sorry.
To get into this beautiful game that we call Pathfinder 2nd Edition, you guys are now standing around a beautiful Spiders Lair with a lot of loot inside it. So, I would like, as you guys, if you guys want to inspect said cave, then I would like all of you to roll perception checks.
Yes.
If you have 0 points, this is the time to spend them.
Oh, I think I got 2 left, so I can use one.
Do I think I have one left, but I'm
I'm gonna take my time, by the
watch
way, Walter.
Ah, very good, very good.
So I have a 25.
27.
Nice.
23.
23. Oh.
And
Big recall?
it's 6.
And I used the hero point, by the way.
12.
Oh. All right. So, as all of you are slowly but surely making your way inside to see what can be found in this cave, you quickly realize that the opening underneath this large tree where the trapdoor spider made his home is about like 4 meters in diameter, just a small hole riddled with spider webs on all sides. You take out your different bladed weapons to make sure that you can cut everything up as you venture through the underbrush and make sure that you don't stick to anything. We have a lot of high rolls. So
Yeah.
let's start with the lowest one. Grakal. As you enter this, you take out your orc neck splitter and just begin to rash everything away, and eventually you actually find a very familiar looking weapon. As you can find that one of the orcs that lived here in these woods had also been captured by this large spider. As you get the corpse of this orc out, you can see that it is wearing a nice little set of hide armor, adorned with the same pine needles that you had found on the woman orc known as Shell that you guys encountered in the forest the day before. You can find that this orc had also carried along with him a beautiful spear adorned with the same like pine motif, and he also has a large wooden serrated with actual wolf's teeth orc neck splitter. like just normal batch of loot that you find here. A couple of rations on it as well that might be useful for an adventurer such as yourself, but nothing really too special.
Then I only grab the rations.
All right. You grab the rations, just throw the corpse outside. Next to you, Grace is also like getting out her short swords and just like cutting everything up. Wonder what's here, and goes on to cutting through and cutting through. Hannah,
Yes.
you venture forth into this lair and also find a corpse of what seems to be a person that is, well, she was at least a little bit better armed and better ready for all of this. Um, you get out a corpse, and as you also like just unravel the spider webbings that is there, you can see that the corpse is very old and completely decayed, like sucked dry as spiders can do. And what you find, however, is that while her studded leather armor that she's wearing is ruined, as it is been there for a very long time, rotten away, and just nature has reclaimed what it had lost. um, she also has a bag, a shoulder bag of a simple brown leather with blue trimming all across it, and it looks completely new.
I know what
I
this is.
open the bag.
As you open the bag, you take a look inside it, and you can't see anything. It's like darkness inside the bag itself.
Yes.
Okay, but I know, but Hannah doesn't know, so I'll just take it with me because I think it's a pretty bag.
Correct. So you get off. What you also find is that the woman itself was probably an archer, as next to the corpse itself, you can still see like just very close to one of her hands is a longbow, also snapped in two and broken completely. And on her back there was also a quiver with a set of arrows that have also gone completely rotten.
Wait,
Except
you
for
said it
three.
was complete darkness in the bag, right? Inside.
Yes. Yeah.
I
You
tried
open,
to turn it upside down.
turn it upside down.
Yes.
Nothing.
Nothing comes out.
If you hold it upside down, no.
Not even if I shake it a bit.
No. It feels empty to your touch. Like
Okay.
you can move it a little bit.
Crystal. Shake it like a Polaroid picture. Okay, sorry, continue.
Recall loses experience. There you go.
Okay. And
You can also see is that this woman is wearing a quiver on her back, also completely rotten, with all of the arrows there stuck in it, also completely rotten away,
too bad.
except for three. You see that all the fletchings on the arrows were all like simple hawk's feathers, like a brown, black, and white motif, but these all have a light blue hue to them. And as you get them out of the quiver, you can actually look that the points themselves also are colored in this light blue metalish tip or whatever.
I take it and I put my hand into the bag.
Okay.
No, Ava's telling me.
I can't wait to see where this goes.
And as you put your hand in the bag,
I'll
you can
lose my hand.
like as it moves into the darkness, rows of teeth come out. No, you move your hand into the darkness, and you keep moving, and you keep moving. You should have found the bottom of the bag by now, but you are entering your half your arm in there. The rest of you, as you see this happen, it seems like, well, that's a cool magic trick, Hannah. Like as Hannah is just like into the bag itself. Go ahead and make a crafting check, Max, for Allison. Sorry.
I feel like this is the point where I tackle Hannah and the bag.
I think Allison knows what this is for a 26.
26. Yeah, you've heard of them.
I'm just gonna enjoy this moment.
Can I check as well?
Yeah, I'm gonna tackle the bag. I think
Oh, okay.
Recall at this point is gonna be like, oh damn, she's getting eaten.
Yeah.
So
Bag of mimics.
No, Recall, no.
yeah, I'm just running at you with the next critter.
Make an athletics check.
Yeah.
Both of them?
That's No, it's a 28 against your fortitude DC.
Yeah, like, and with a 28, you're too fast, man. As Hannah says, no, 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 no. Poof. Hannah's to the ground, bag out of her hands, away from her.
I look at Hannah as I hold the bag. Hannah, okay.
No, it's a bag.
I
Recall.
quickly get the bag.
Can I have
No,
that?
I fight Iroh for this. This is my bag now.
Make
I
it-
Guys,
found it.
do you guys even know what it
Make
is?
it an athletics check. It's
I-
a bag. It's a
Wait,
cool
wait,
bag.
wait. So,
It has
so
a
It was
color.
eating Hannah.
excuse
it's
me.
my bag.
But as everybody is trying to do something, I will take hold of this. Iroh, you want to take the bag. What is exactly what you try to do? You just want to pick it up?
I tackled the bag. I tackled Hannah. I feel like I have the bag now.
I pick up the
No.
bag and I just quickly move to the other side of the trap of the layer or something.
Mm.
Just a few steps away, like.
We've gone full Lord of the Rings over this bag.
Like, okay, so Grakal, you are pinning Hannah with one of your arms, and then the other you are pushing the bag on the ground. Iroh, go ahead and make an athletics check against Grakal's fortitude DC to see if you can rip the bag from his hands.
Are you guys even aware what it is?
No.
Acrobatics or athletics?
This would be athletics. This is just like you trying to pull the bag from under Grakal's grip.
It's a 30, please.
A 30.
That is not a crit,
A
but it is a hit.
Yeah. So with that, the bag slips from underneath Grakal's hands, and Iroh, you are now in the proud possession of a leather bag.
But
Yeah! Yes! Victory!
Iroh.
Fine.
Do you know what it is?
Yeah, it's a cool bag. It's made
it's
of leather.
my bag. I found it. I want to tackle.
Anna can do magic tricks with it for some reason.
Would you like me to explain why? And show you one
Because
more
it's
trick?
my bag.
Mm.
I can do magic, so now
Yeah, Anna can do
Magic.
magic.
I think I can do a
probably
lot more magic with it than Hannah, because I know what it is.
well, if you tell me, I
How
can
much
do more
like
with it. But it's my bag.
So the fact that Allison is so cool about this is gonna be it's gonna mean to me that it's all gonna be fine. Grakal is gonna go on watch, so I'm turning my weapon into spear and shield again, and I'm just patrolling like roughly at a 50 feet distance in a circle around the party.
You
Making
release
sure we don't get ambushed.
Hannah
you release
or
Hannah from your grip.
Hannah or Iroh? Can you pull it
Yeah.
inside out?
Well, I tried to.
No, you just turn it around. Can you pull it
Yeah.
inside out?
I want to do it, and I want to grab the bag from Iroh. Like
I
tackle him
tried
a
to
bit.
hold it. Make it athletics.
Go ahead and make an
I-
athletics check against Iroh's fortitude DC then.
Iroh, I will use magic on you. Like just a little
I
bit
mean,
of
if
electric
we're-
arc.
If we're going for the official disarm
Just go
rules,
stand-
it needs to be a critical hit to actually get it
Yeah.
out
I'll
from
just
there.
go stand behind your goal. No. What's
Yeah,
your
what- What does that have
Just
do
to make
with
this
athletics?
impossible for Hannah. Athletics check.
He can transform into a bear.
It's 20.
Yeah.
just not
Don't
yet?
think that's
My fortitude DC is 21.
all right. So, as this is happening, you are just like wrestling this bag back and forth between the two of you.
Can I try to
Great.
put it over Hannah?
Okay, you want to pull the bag over Hannah's head.
No, 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 no,
Can
no,
you
no!
even
Yeah, but,
reach the top of
Not-
her head?
Not in a, no, just over Hannah, like not in the choking fashion, like when you put the plastic.
Die!
No.
But you actually want to toss it over Hannah.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Without much effort, as Hannah's trying to get the bag from you, you take a moment to slip it out of her grasp and just like toss it over her head onto the ground behind her.
I
Oh
rolled
no,
to
like over her head, like not
What are you trying to
on the
do?
other side. I want.
Could you try to- Could you try to describe to Wouter what you're trying to do so he knows what you should roll?
I try to fit Hannah into the bag.
Okay,
You do try to fit Hannah into the
if
bag.
that's what you're gonna do,
I'm not in the choking
Allison's gonna try and intervene, and he's gonna yell, "Don't do that! Just don't do
Wait,
that!"
wait. Because you're saying you're not trying to choke Hannah. Like pulling a bag
Yeah.
over someone's head will choke them.
Yeah.
No, that's just some plain banter.
Just want
We
to
Fair
always
enough.
used to do that in the monastery.
Go ahead and make an acrobatics check. Go ahead and make an acrobatics check. No, wait. This would be sleight of hand.
Can I
Sleight of hand?
intervene?
Yeah.
Which one is sleight of hand? Like stealth?
It's a
Dexterity.
skill that you have.
I kind of feel like I'm going to die.
It's
I
thievery.
don't have a sleight of hand.
Yeah,
skill.
thievery. Not sleight of
Thievery.
hand.
Oh,
Oh, thievery. Sorry. Gosh darn,
14.
5th edition. 14. Yeah. As you try to put the bag over Hannah's head, she can just like grab it.
Do I have it now?
Well, you're both holding it.
Okay, I try to turn it inside out when we are both holding it. So with one hand in the inside.
So as you are both wrestling with it, you reach inside, grab something, and just pull out. And as soon as you do, both of you let go of the bag as a plethora of different items apparates from the bag of holding that is now turned inside out.
As
You
Allison
can,
makes a little
first of
bow.
all,
There you go, magic trick.
both of you take, let's see, 2 points of bludgeoning damage.
I feel like that's not enough.
Well, it's
Thanks, Carl.
No, this is
something
Charlie.
also
Don't
scatters
get.
Grakal's head, so Grakal also takes the 2 points of bludgeoning damage. No, but as you open the bag up, a plethora of different things fall out. You can see pots and pans. You can see different attires that would make for a complete tent, large. You can also see that even some items that would be found in the interior of a tent can also be found. Like this hunter actually had like a stool that would be clapped into each other. There's also just bolted from the bag itself. As this happens, you can also find different pieces of food, as a couple of rations and other different foods are also just like scattered over the
Is it
floor
still good?
with a couple of books. Yeah, actually, it does seem pretty okay. Together with
So
a
I
couple of
pick up
books
the.
and different like pieces of paper also ricochet out, together with also a couple of files.
Allison's gonna try and
So I
pick
pick
up
up the
some.
food and I just look at Hannah. I'm like, you can have the bag.
Yes! Yes!
Right?
Allison's just
Some
gonna
food?
scour what
That's good.
fell out and just see if there's
Oh,
anything
is
interesting.
there coin?
All right. So wait, guys, let's keep it civil here because we're talking a lot through each other.
Allison can
First
go
off,
first.
first off, as the vials drop to the floor, 2 of the 3 break, and the liquids are just scattered over the floor itself. But there's still one ting 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 following away.
Is there
All right.
coin?
So
I can't
Allison.
try and catch them as they fall out.
No. These are jolted out of the opening of the bag at an instantaneous speed. They just thump out of the bag. They're broken.
Allison's gonna join Grakal. He doesn't even want to know anymore. Like these party members, man. Like they suck.
Uh,
Yay.
Good luck with that. As Allison walks away.
I did
Wait,
find
did we get the result of Allison's perception check already, though?
No, I think
Maybe we want to.
I think that you might also want to take a look inside the treasure hoard, though.
Probably, but right
Yeah.
now Allison's like, oh god, why do I hang out with these people?
Okay, I wanna try tricks with the bag.
You wanna try tricks with the bag.
I wanna try and figure out how it works.
You want to figure out how it works.
Yeah.
So that is a very vague statement. What do you do, Hannah?
I wanna, like, there was a pan, right? A pot
Mhm.
and a pan. Okay, I wanna put
Well-
it in and see what happens.
As you, the bag is turned inside out right now.
I wanna turn it back,
All right. As you do, and you put a pen. Whoop,
and it's gone.
it's gone.
Okay, so I turn it inside out again, and it comes out.
Ping, 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 ping.
Okay, and
I
I
do
put
a
it.
little
I
applause.
put it back in,
All right. Whoop.
and I put my hand in it, and I don't feel anything.
Don't feel anything.
Once you're done playing, I can actually explain it.
No, I got it. And
I
I
don't
put
think
my.
I want an explanation.
Can I put my? No,
I just think it's a cool bag that
If
does
you're-
magic stuff.
Allison, is it safe to put my head in it?
If you want to choke, yes.
Okay, so no. Okay. Okay, how do I get this pan back without turning it inside out, Allison?
Think about it once you reach for it.
I think about the pan.
tink. First thing you touch when you enter your hand into the darkness seems to be a pan of some sort.
Whoa, that's sick!
But what if you put food in it and you forget it?
Well, all
Well,
the food
then,
is still good, right?
if you forget about it, it's in the astral sea.
No, I will safe keep this food. To
Yeah, but
check
you could put it in and it'll stay good, I think, because she's like decaying.
You can do. Okay, hold the bag open,
I put it.
and I throw the food into the bag, like from a distance.
It will be good forever.
Do
It's
it.
not. It's
Oh
not
my
that.
god!
It's you. You do have to realize that they're rations, so it's not like there's like fresh meat in there or something.
It will be good forever.
Do I know if food remains good in the astral sea?
It as well. Okay, so science. As the bag of holding itself does not contain anything other than what you put in there, there isn't any air there, so there aren't a lot of bacteria and other things that could actually thrive in like the food that you put in it. So it's a pretty
Wait.
good way of keeping things fresh.
Wait, so there's no
Not
air in there.
perfect, but
There's no
well,
air
this is
inside the bag of holding.
this is something
Maxime,
that the
I just
DM
want to say you're not the first person to theorize on
Oh.
this. Go troll Reddit, and you will find thousands
Oh, no,
of theories on this.
dude.
No,
Pathfinder
I have
Second
a
Edition
better
is the
theory.
game. Pathfinder Second Edition is the game with a lot of rules. They actually have a whole section with the bag of holding that states how long you can stay inside before suffocating.
Oh, nice.
No, I'm not thinking about that because I know that you can suffocate people inside the bag of holding. No, when you make alcohol, you need an anaerobe situation, so there needs to be no oxygen. So theoretically, you can make alcohol inside the bag of holding.
So you want to make a
Tons
bag of
alcohol.
brewing, basically.
Just fill it with grape
You're not
juice.
going to fill my bag with grape juice.
It'll be the most wet bag of holding.
Wait,
A
so
bag
it's been
brew.
decided that this is Hannah's bag?
Yeah, I'm the bag lady
Yeah.
now.
She deserves it. Yeah.
Ergo is the
Wait.
money man, and I'm the bag lady.
I'm okay with this because that means I no longer have to be the pack mule.
And it's amazing because I can finally put my broken morning star into something.
You still carry that around
Yeah.
with you?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, Allison's gonna, after taking a breather outside. Okay, let's visit the morons again. He's walking back in and looks at the ground. What's there?
As you get back to the grounds, Grace is still just cutting up different things, getting out like a small sword, tossing it aside. She asks, "Aren't you guys supposed to be like friends?"
Oh, we are, but friends also get annoyed by each other sometimes.
Seems
Jealous upbringing.
sure. Okay. In the meantime, I'm gonna go ahead. So at least what you found there to get everybody up to speed is a lot of household objects, including basically a very nice mess kit to get a lot of cooking done. A total of 8 rations, 8 days worth of rations. Sorry, a large tent, 3 very special arrows it seems, and a very special bag, and 1 vial that is still not broken with some sort of liquid in it that you haven't really inspected yet.
Can I at least get a sample of the liquids that broke to see what it was?
Go ahead and make a crafting check for me.
To make myself even less happy about
Yeah, to make it hurt even more.
Yeah. That's an 18.
18, you get a couple of scraps from it, and as you quickly just like give it a little taste, one of them seems to be a very a potion that you are very familiar with, as the taste itself reminds you of an elixir of life.
Elixir of life, okay.
And the other one, however, is not really known to you. It's very shiny. That would be something that you might have to experiment with just a little bit. But you have enough of a sample that you can.
Okay, cool. Good to know.
We broke a shot.
You,
2 even.
You guys continue to break a lot of things.
I didn't know it was in there though.
We break a lot of
You
hearts.
said turn it inside out. I did.
So,
Okay. Is there
Allison,
anything else in this cave?
Yeah, it is your fault. Yeah.
So, Allison, as you take a look inside the cave system, the small cave system, just like a couple of meters, you eventually also, out of the corner of your eye, with your elven eyes that are now even more perceptive, you can see the beautiful moonlight just shining through the forest roof at the top and just ricocheting off of this one body in a very, very shiny fashion. And as you get closer to it, you begin to get out this body of what seems to be a hunter of a very, very different kind. You take out one of your smaller knives that you use for your herbalism, and as you cut open with one deft movement all of the spider webbing, you open it up to be revealed with a beautiful, shining silver armor that this person is wearing.
What type of armor?
As you uncover it, it seems to be breastplate.
Okay.
A beautiful silver inlaid breastplate with other different pieces of chainmail underneath it. Not completely silver, like this is a low grade silver armor, but still very, very nice. And as you continue to uncover this body, you can see that he didn't only have silver armor on, but also his broadsword that has been cocooned in with him has a steel core in it, but also has like a silver lining on all the sides, as this silvered weapon is laid down there before him. You can also find that the small pouch that he had been wearing is completely ruined, but there is still one glass vial nicely tucked away in his belt, also seemingly undisturbed by the bite of time.
Okay, I'll take.
And oh, and the last thing that you find on this person, as you guys rolled really high, is that on his left arm, the breastplate armor makes way for a bracer made of some sort of steel or iron with a very nice blue gem in it, like a small sapphire, it seems to be.
Okay. I'm gonna take
Sounds
that
like
one.
we're gonna kill.
I'm gonna take the file, put that
Mm-hmm.
away quickly, so no people throw it around anymore and break it. Then I'll pick up the broadsword. Gurkal, give this a swing, and I toss it to him.
You're tossing me a broadsword. I love it.
Yeah.
Gurkal drops the spear and the shield that he's holding just in panic and catches the broadsword.
Go ahead and make a reflex save.
It's sheathed, right, or not?
No. This is just a broadsword. Like this hunter in silver was probably hunting something else, but then got caught by these spiders.
All right.
I dig it. No, this to Gurkal. That's excellent. He was guarding, but he did not expect to get attacked by his friends.
By flying swords.
Okay, so that is a natural 10 plus a 9, so 19 on the reflex.
Yeah, you have good reflexes in your hunting years, as you definitely turn around, drop your weapons, and hold the sword in its grip.
Give it a swing.
There's like this nice leather-bound double grip, so you can hold it with one hand or with two hands. These broadswords have like this feature that you can hold it one-handed for a D8 damage or two-handed for a D12 damage.
Okay. I start swinging it around. Whoosh, whoosh, whoosh.
Terribly
Do
well
I
balanced.
feel anything special?
Go ahead and make a perception check.
Okay. So probably no. For my track record. Okay, that's not that bad. That's natural 10 again, so 17.
All right. I would say that in your travels you have learned to appreciate the extra magical boon that your current weapons have, and you remember what it was to wield normal weapons instead of the enchanted ones that you have now. This one doesn't seem to have that magical edge that your other weapons do. Okay. Although the silvery metal that it is engulfed with, pretty nice.
I look over at Allison.
Any good?
Normal sword, but pretty and shiny. Keep?
Yeah, definitely. And maybe we can use the silver. We could reforge it into something else later, maybe.
We can also sell it.
I can take it in my bag.
Go for it. Don't break the bag.
I grab my other equipment and I slowly and suspiciously walk over to Hannah.
Don't
And
cut
I
the
look at the
bag.
bag and I look at the sword and I'm just
It will
like-
fit. Just try. Put it in.
and
She's
yeah. Yeah. So I'm just gonna yeah, I have no way to say this now without continuing that joke. I just slide it in slowly. And I I see what happens.
So you're afraid that this beautiful sharpened silver blade is going to cut through the fabric, but eventually you get over that one point, and it's like, huh? Oh,
Ew.
So I look
The-
I look
it's
over
very
Hannah
wide.
again. I
Yeah.
just like make this intense eye contact, you know?
Do you get it
Another-
out again, in again, and out again?
No, I just drop it. I accept what's happening here as I look her over. Again. Strong witchcraft. You scare me, but
But in
Useful.
a good way, right?
what?
I scare you in a good way, right? Like this is the good kind of scare, right?
Yes, because you use it to vanquish our enemies, yes?
Yeah. Yeah.
Kill them in bloody ocean of blood.
With the bag?
Probably. I do not know. But
Okay.
good witchcraft. And I walk off again to go guard our pack.
Iro,
Spider Patrol.
Iro,
Yes.
could you take this breastplate apart so we can put most of it in the bag as well?
Well, my hands seem to be quite. I have to stretch them a bit from the fight, so. You have quite nimble hands, actually.
I think I vote Iro for most useless party member right now.
I'll
Well,
Always
I'll-
sleeping.
I'll
My time
remove
will
the
come.
breastplate.
I will hold the back open with Hannah.
as you are quickly and deftly taking apart this breastplate, all the different pieces, one by one, fit neatly into this bag.
Also, the
Which
breastplate
is bigger on
itself.
the inside.
Does
Excuse me?
the breastplate itself, does it also fit?
Yeah, the breastplate itself just fits because it's not like a plate that completely circumvents the exterior. The breastplate itself is only like this big.
Okay.
And from there on out, it's like attached with different places of chainmail. Just a couple of large plates itself, but you can neatly fit them through the opening as well.
I look at our newfound friend. Did you find anything useful as well?
Oh yeah, don't you worry about me. As she is getting like this complete pile with all different types of loot laid out there. Like she has a couple of weapons. She has also neatly and deftly taken apart what seems to be a couple of leather armors that she had found with different praise there. As it seems that all of you are just taking your own pieces apart, and she is also just taking her part of the loot. I thought like I'm not
Iro
gonna
does help
have
with the
you
bracelets.
share with her also because that would be might be a little bit of a problematic situation.
Fair enough. Fair
In the
enough.
meantime, however, Iro, you are also taking a look, as all of you rolled very, very high, so I can give you also a nice little bonus here. Because one of the other corpses that you can pull out of this ruckus seemed to be someone of a wizarding fashion. As you can find a book completely ruined and moldy, with still here and there some arcane symbols written upon it. As you open it up, it falls apart and all of the leaflets just fall down. However, what you do find is that the person itself also hold onto his person a scroll case, which you open up, and the parchment inside it, the scent already reminds you of the old days in your monastery where you were scribing and scribing and scribing. And as you take out the scroll, you open it apart, and the moonlight reflects upon the surface as it holds many different arcane sigils and runes, as it seems to be some sort of spell scroll. And lastly, it seems that the person also was carrying along with him something else. As you can already see this dull green glow as you scratch open the spider webbings even more, and you find this D20. You find a piece of what seems to be dark green glass, all faceted with 20 small triangular shaped facets, all turned together. It's pulsing a little bit, and as you take a look at it, you can see that it seems to have this dark green cloud swirling inside of it. It's being held in place to the belt of this person by what seems to be a set of different, like roots or vines, all neatly tied together, which still seem to be fresh, which gives the idea that this object might also be a little bit magical in its way, as the vines itself should have decayed together with the rest of the body. The D20, the large orb-like gem that you see, is just enough to hold in your hand like this, but not enough to actually palm it. So it's about like diameter of 10 centimeters or something. And as you take a hold of it a little bit, you can already hear like a cacophony of all different types of whispers, of screams, of people talking, all different voices talking to each other, reaching out to you, not being able to understand them. But you do sense that it has some sort of intelligence in it. And chaotically, it already seems to sputter out small little effects here and there. Charlie, would you be
Yes.
so kind to explain what the frick is going on here?
Okay, so let me pretend to be a smart guy for this.
Good that you say pretend.
We cooked up a little thingy here, and this magical artifact. We figured the hero point and anti-lock options were popular, so you can give one of our characters a hero point for what is now 1,000 llama points, or purchase an anti-luck for Wouter. But we have this cool artifact now that will allow you, the viewers, to give us little bonuses during our play outside of hero points. I'm going to turn on some of those options now. We have a set of 2 out of combat options, and we have a set of several in combat options. And I'm going to turn them on now. They should be on. Might take a few seconds or minutes for everything to process on Twitch, of course. The descriptions should explain themselves. Take your time to view them. If not, feel free to ask in chat, and I will make sure to answer as soon as possible.
Yes. And then we'll make sure that it also have that we also have a description somewhere in the description bar of our channel, for example, if we don't have that already.
So this small little thing that our heroes have stumbled upon in this Spiders Lair will not only be a nice little story beat, and you guys will learn what it actually is, and our heroes will also learn what it actually does throughout.
I
But
have no idea.
it at least seems to bleed some sort of magical effects into the party itself.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Very chaotically.
Very chaotic. Very chaotic. So as you take this off, you
So
can
I look
see
at
this
this.
D20.
I look at this and I look at the party. Look back at this. I look back at the party. Slowly close my head.
As you take a look at it,
Look
the
at
first
the party again.
ghost sound is already
Like,
being bought as a fart sound is just like puffing into your face.
I pulled it a little bit further from my face, and I let it go a little bit. And I'm like, guys, I found something and it farts.
What?
I don't know how.
That thing farts.
Well, it created
It's
something.
like Recall when he sleeps.
What did you say?
And there's this
It's
small
like Recall when he
out of
sleeps.
it.
Maxime, you're starting to really always talk throughout.
Yeah.
Try it.
No, Wouter talks through me.
Crystal asked me to repeat myself, man.
And then you repeat your.
I think Maxime thought.
How do you make the right element?
Louder,
Okay,
again.
so a butt.
Excuse me?
Say again.
What I said was, as our viewers demanded, that a fart sound comes out of the crystal, accompanied by this small green cloud just floating out of it, and then slowly but surely dissipating close to Iroh's face. Your
But
turn.
it says butt. So
Yeah.
with the butt.
Oh, floating butt.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. There's a floating butt going closer and closer to Iroh's face.
That's interesting.
I feel like this is appropriate.
Should we
That is
throw it
ridiculous.
away?
No. Because I think we can use floating farts to our advantage.
Do you know how to operate it?
Yeah, of course I do.
Okay, show us.
One
I feel
second.
like this is that fireball situation all over again.
Yeah.
I hold it in my hand, and I really start to concentrate on it. And I hope that somebody buys a hero point.
And another sound comes out of it.
Somebody buys something. Nothing comes out of it?
Yep, another fart sound comes out of it.
See, I made it fart again.
But
With the power of my mind.
Can it do something else as well?
Nah, just farts.
Well, I have to train it, of course, because
I mean, probably not.
I'm still working on my training, but for now I can only produce farts.
Okay.
interesting.
But we can use
I also found this little thing. What was there was a bracelet or something that had a crystal sapphire in it?
Yeah, it has like a it seemed a little bit worn. Like the metal itself of the bracelet seemed a little bit worn, but it had like this nice, quaint little, like pretty large actually, like half centimeter in diameter, like blue gemstone in it. Seemed to be something like a sapphire sort of thing.
Okay, I'll put it on.
You'll put it on.
That's really pretty. But can it fart?
Go ahead and make a perception check, Allison.
Natural 19 for a. Can I take my time? Or is this
Well, this perception check will be more than enough for you to realize that
31?
oh wait, you have sensed this sort of thing before. Certain magic items need to be attuned to a person for them to take effect, and you can already feel like the magical wavelength of this item slowly but surely changing to match that of your own in the weave. So it seems that you will have to take a short rest to see if this thingy activates.
Cool.
Yeah.
Can I try and look around the cave that we're in for plant life?
For plant life,
Yeah.
go ahead and make another perception check for me then.
As we're busy anyways, I'm gonna take my time, and that will make that a 31.
As another fart sound comes from the crystal, but this time it's wet, like
It's gonna be one of these sessions.
Yeah.
I hold up and I'm learning. It's getting better.
getting better. So, as you take a look around the cave system, Allison, what was your perception check?
31.
31.
Yes.
All right. I was about to say no, but then you rolled a 31. So it seemed that even though this spider had made this small little hole for himself, like stomping out all the different plant life, just at the back of it, like at the part where the roots of the tree are actually like making loose all of the dirt, you can see that just behind the webbing itself, you see there is this small little blue hue. As you walk up to it, as you can see this nice blue cap mushroom just standing there, ready to be plucked by you.
Definitely gonna do that. And I'm gonna take my
Go ahead
time.
and make a crafting check for me.
Natural 12 for a 27.
Yeah, that'll be enough. Tink! One nice blue cap mushroom at the ready for you to distill into one of your famous antidotes, which you now know you can make a little bit better.
Stronger
So,
version.
yeah.
Love it.
In the meantime, to rush a little bit through this looting process, all of you get out all the different bodies. In total, you get a couple of small normal things that you can take with you. But eventually, you also find a total of, with the rolls that you guys had, mm, 56 gold pieces and 12 silver flat.
Nice.
I
So that's
wrote
nice.
noting
How
this
many
down.
silver?
12.
And 12 silver. 56 gold
12 silver. Yeah,
and 12 silver.
12
Very nice. So eventually, all of the bodies are laid out before you. Grace is quickly busy cutting all of the spider legs off. As she also eventually gets done with it, she also yawns at this moment. Well, I guess that's that. Giving up the loot. So with that out of the way, we have 5 times 8 is 40 spider legs. 10 are mine, of course. Sorry, 8 are mine, of course, because of the rules that we set out. And for the other 32, I will pay you 6 silver. The one, so sorry, 8 silver for each
8
one.
silver.
So that is 32 times 8 is math. 256 silver.
Sounds
There
good.
you go. 26 gold.
Thank you. Ira, take it.
And I think that
I
concludes
will
our
most definitely take
business.
Yeah. Are you gonna return on your own right now, or we're
Oh yeah, I'm gonna be fine.
okay?
This is like my jam, you know. I know
Cool.
where to step where no spiders are living at this moment.
Cool.
So what are you guys going to do? You just
Well,
gonna keep
we're awake for a long time. I'm starting to get a little bit agitated by that. I think it's good for us to take a rest and continue
Keep
our journey
trapping.
tomorrow. How about
Fair
what do
enough.
you say, back?
Well, I can still go. I'm hyped up. I am
We've been awake for
starting
how
to-
many hours?
Yeah, we've been awake for a while.
Yeah.
Yeah.
you've not been awake that long. I mean, you guys woke up normally this morning,
Yeah.
then had a days of travel and a little bit of respite in Hazelglade, and right now you have been traveling for 3 hours more. So right now it's about 12 o'clock at night.
Oh, that's not too bad. But
No, it's
still,
pretty okay.
long day,
Oh.
especially with a fight.
We have good place to make camp, yes? Little
Yeah,
sleep in the holes, and Grakal sleep outside for
Mm.
any monsters that
Not a
come.
nice place to sleep.
What do you
The
say?
hole is not a nice place to sleep in, I have to tell you.
No?
Like, it is moldy, it is covered in spider webbings, it is damp, it is smelling
But it is
of
safe, I
decay.
think.
Okay.
Like, it's.
Yeah.
I don't think you want to sleep there.
Let's find another.
Grakal
thought.
wouldn't fit anyway.
Eh,
But at least we know no monsters. Yes?
Fair.
Maybe over there then. And I just point at 2 meters away.
Let's go. Let's follow our new mate friend for a little while back to the road, and then we'll set up camp next to the road. Does that sound like a plan?
Yeah, sure.
Good. Yes.
Cool. Let's go.
No, fine.
Seems like a good idea to me.
Oh, I wanted to have taken the camping gear off the bag as well, like put it back in.
Of course. I figured as
And
much.
the useful stuff.
Yeah.
I want to say it because.
Yeah, we're taking all the useful stuff with us,
Yeah.
especially now we have a
Yeah,
bag of
just
holding.
everything.
Like,
You now have a beautiful magic case where you can fit all of your items in.
do I have any idea how much this one could store, given the size of it?
You do not. You would have to try and figure it out.
Okay.
Like that would be a way of using a beautiful identify spell,
Yeah.
or just experimenting with it.
Yeah.
But for now, with all of the gear that you're putting into it, it seems to be well, just doing fine, not getting up to capacity or anything.
I feel like some time has passed. I'm gonna start healing myself now.
Very
with
good.
Lay on Hands specifically. So
As
that
you-
leaves me with 8 damage left.
As you guys walk back to the road, eventually Grace accompanying all of you, making sure that you are quickly and swiftly making your way back to just a little bit of civilization here in this dark, deep, foggy forest. Eventually, she sets one last step as the ferns make way for her, and you are now out on the road again. Well, my way is right over there, and I think yours is that way.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Was a good time. Good hunt.
Likewise, pleasure doing business with all of you.
Same.
And if you ever get back to Hazelglade, be sure to hit me up. Let's see if we can hunt some more spiders. This is a. She holds all of the spider's legs in one arm, like this has been a very lucrative evening.
It is. It has been. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, it is.
Have a good
I
night.
expected more battle, but fun. Thank you for.
Me too. Normally it
chance.
takes a little bit longer. Ugh. I hope they pay more for these big ones. Well, have a good one.
You too.
She begins to walk off. Yeah, she just made.
Yeah, she made a lot of
let's
money.
see. Yeah, she made.
She took the entire spider? She didn't, right?
No,
No, the
just
legs. The legs.
Oh, in that case, I'm sorry. Can we make a little retcon? I want to take the big spider with me.
Oh
You want-
dear. I'm not
That's
going
gonna
to
be-
put it in the bag.
No, but that's gonna be our dinner. We need food.
Can you eat spider?
Go
It's-
ahead.
Flesh is flesh, baby.
Go ahead and make
Well,
an
it's
athletics check.
insect, so
A what check?
An athletics check.
That is a 9. 22.
22. This spider, although his legs were a part of what was taking up so much space, it's still like 2 meters by 1 meter, like the actual like body of the spider now without the legs, as they have been taken by Grace. So the large body is like not carryable, but you can like drag it behind you, like through the forest at least.
Perfect. I'm gonna roast him like a beautiful little piglet. That is good.
I'll take first watch. I make food for morning and night and next 2 days.
Sounds good.
I quickly tuck in
Okay.
the rations that I have into my bag. Like,
Why not in the bag of holding?
He likes food too
Arrow?
much.
you know too much.
All right. So, as the evening is coming to an end, it seems you quickly set up camp next to the road. Like, do you just want to like next to the road, or just a little bit into the forest?
Like
Feel
50,
next to the road.
like 30 meters off.
Yeah. Okay. So like
I mean, we're gonna set up campfires, so it's gonna be
People are gonna notice anyway.
yeah.
fair enough.
Just wherever's most convenient clearing wise, and you know.
You take a few steps back into the bushes after waving goodbye to Grace, who still, with her glowing eyes of dark vision, has a very keen sense of her surroundings. As you take a few steps further back into the forest, where you can see this neat small little clearing, where you can see that the ground is a little bit too rocky for a lot of the trees to take root in. There's just like this one tree in the middle that you quickly and deftly with your organ splitter just chop over as it falls to the ground, chopping up all of the different branches to make a nice little campfire, and the log itself is a neat little place for all of you to sit down on. As the ever-burning torch is lighting your way, you deftly and quickly set up your tents. As
And the
the
new one.
spider's flesh is now being roasted over the campfire, is there anything else that you would like to do?
There's a very
Can I-
big camp.
Can I make a tanning lore check? Is that like how to properly prepare the spider? Would that be survival, or maybe
this would-
crafting?
Or whichever one's higher. Whichever one's higher.
Okay,
Can I
so
help? Can I help?
oh yeah,
Sure you can.
absolutely. Hilariously enough, because survival is wisdom based and tanning is intelligence based, my survival's higher. So so yeah, feel free to assist me, Crystal.
Nice.
I'm
Okay.
cooking the spider.
I just don't want to die, you know?
Yeah, that makes sense. I
Let's-
feel in real life like the whole poison thing's out in the front, so we should be good. But in character, who knows?
I rolled a 29.
29.
Yeah, on
Nice.
survival.
So that's
plus
plus one.
to your survival check then.
Okay, cool. Cool. So I roll with an 8. Natural 15. So that's a
Nice.
23.
Ooh, very
Sweet.
nice, very nice. So,
Oops.
with the 23, it's not Allison's forte, but you take a look at the fangs of this large spider, and you know that, well, if not your own tribe back in Wild Growth, you know that the different snake people do employ different poisons in their battle tactics. And you realize that you could try to harvest the poison from this spider. That out of the way, the rest of the body itself is quickly and deftly just pierced on top of the open roaring fire, as the scent of the spider's flesh, as it is a very large creature, I would say that in the same way that like tuna meat also seems to be a little bit like uh, beefy because it like gets like that very large muscle tissue. I would say the spider would be a little bit of the same. So it gets a little bit like a normal cow like substance to it, and it actually smells a little bit like roasted steak.
Now, I think Gurkal, at this point, yeah, no, it makes sense. Gurkal is not gonna think even really consider the place. He's like, oh, fangs. No, that's bad food, and he throws them away. And he's gonna continue roasting. He
Very good.
picks up the poison when it's there, but to go through effort for it,
Ah, such a drag, such a drag. As you are busy, Iroh, you are sitting there chopping up a couple of branches to throw on the fire, as on your shoulder, this same goddamn raven, seemingly following you all the way from your battle site. And again, as it lands on your shoulder, it just like pecks you in the side of the head this once, like, gosh darn it.
Oh, no.
And then gets on the ground, gets a little bit of the meat that fell off of the spider, begins to eat it, flies back to your shoulder, just taking a look around.
Once it re-emerges on my shoulder, I just move my head a bit away. Like, don't peck me again, please. Hey! Hey there, little buddy. What you doing here?
Go ahead and make an animal handling check.
I will handle this animal.
That's.
what
I
is
think
that?
that's just a
That's
nature check. Yeah,
Oh right, like this an.
different
I
system.
know it's an actual skill. Sorry, an actual action that you can use here.
So my nature is 0,
Very good.
but I did roll 17.
All right. So, as you were saying this, the D20 that you have on your side makes the sound of a trombone all of a sudden, and as you are trying to persuade this creature to be nice, it takes a look at the artifact, gets a little bit mad at you, and pecks you right on the nose.
Oh no!
impact on the nose before, Maxime. I cannot
Recommend it.
overstate how much that hurts.
It does not
Kinda.
sound
And the trombone sound turns into a sad.
sad trombone noises.
Do you want to do something else, Iroh, or?
Can I offer it like a little bit of food? Settle it.
As Grakal is handing out all of the different spider meat that you guys are eating, you break off a little piece and offer it to this small little bird. It seems to accept the offering.
Arrow, if you want, I can talk to it for you. If he's bothering you or something.
Yes, please.
Yeah? Okay. I cast Speak with Animal.
All right. Your beautiful staff boom, hits the ground as the different nature energies coalesce from your feet as it rises up against you, and your vocal cords are enchanted and change just a little bit as you now also sound like a raven.
Okay.
I look at her. I'm like,
What do
please
you
don't
want?
peck me on the
I can still talk to Ira as well, right?
You can just like like just as you can speak
Switching.
Dutch and you can
Yeah.
speak English, you can just choose what language to speak.
Ira, what do you want to say to him?
First of all, let's start with don't peck me on the nose.
Okay, I turn to the crow. Don't. He wants to ask you to stop picking him on the nose. And why are you doing this?
I so hoped you would have been sarcastic and just asked him to do it.
I'll get to that. Shh.
You can talk?
Yeah.
Wow. No, sorry, but if I don't peck him, how else can I train him?
You are training him.
Well, of course.
Oh, that's amazing. Yeah. He
I
totally
mean, he
deserves that.
needs to learn
Okay,
how to.
okay. What do you want him to do? I can help you teach him.
I'll think like a little bit of negative reinforcement helps sometimes.
Hmm.
This guy will be fine of taking care of me.
Okay. Do you want me to check in from time to time to see if I can help you?
That would be lovely.
Yeah. Nice. Okay. So is there something I can do for you right now?
Well, just make sure he feeds me properly. Let's start with that. Like
What do you
I
want to eat?
smelled a little bit okay, I guess. So yeah, like this spider that you hunted will suffice for now.
Okay. I wrote you. You have to feed him. Okay.
Okay, what else did he say? Because you kind of crowed a lot at him. Like,
Yeah,
"Wah,
it's
wah."
bird language. Like you have way more words in bird than in the normal thing. So it sounds like we say a lot, but it's not that much.
Okay, so if I feed him, he won't peck me?
Well, I can't promise. But I think if you do the right thing and you kind of try and listen to him, he will peck you less.
Wait, I have to listen to him?
Yeah, it's a crow, man. I can't really explain this. You just have to listen to him. I'm afraid.
You understand that he's saying more food.
He wants more food.
Ah,
I'll give
That's
him a
his
bit more,
sound. You should remember
bit
this
more
sound.
ah.
I will just give him a bit more of the spider food, the spider meat.
He begins to eat it and he begins to crow again against you. And you can understand Hannah. Good little caretaker.
Okay, we'll keep in touch.
Very good, very good.
Something
In the
else?
no, for now this will suffice. I believe I need to get a little bit of a hang of how he operates. But if I acquire your assistance in training him, then I will be sure to call.
Cool.
So I think it's at this point that Gurkal looks over at Allison. Just
So we don't eat the bird?
Allison's currently meditating on his new acquired item. So at
Oh,
this,
so
po-
he's
at
just
this
kind of
point,
sitting by the
at
fire.
this point, he has his eyes closed, just focusing. But as you talk, he opens one of his eyes. What bird? Oh,
Talking to the bird like a bird again. Hannah, we don't eat the bird?
No, we should definitely not eat the bird. No.
Either way, I
Okay.
don't think this bird would, well, give us much sustenance. Would you think so? Wouldn't you think so?
Bird tastes good though.
It's
You need
tiny
bigger bird.
It's not enough. Yeah.
It would be nice and crunchy.
No. Mm-mm.
Sometimes
think
no
it's
need to
poisonous.
cook.
We shouldn't definitely not eat this bird. I talked with him and we shouldn't.
Even Gurkal knows that's not true, but I will honor your wish, Hannah.
Thank you. Oh, I wanna turn to Melo for a bit and just wanna ask how he's doing.
Hmm.
Haven't talked in a while.
Milo sitting there. What's up?
Hey, just
Hi.
checking in.
Oh God, are we doing this again?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I feel like we should connect on this level right now. I talked to his bird, and I kind of felt like I should talk to you as well.
were you cheating on Melo?
Maybe.
Sure. Like, what do you want to talk about?
How are you doing?
Little hungry, but Recall is taking care of that. I feel.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, pretty good so far. How are you holding up?
Fine.
This conversation's going nowhere.
Yeah.
We should
Um,
communicate better.
we will get better. It's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, if I'm having a struggle, can I talk to you? Because sometimes I don't really feel like the others understand me.
I am a cat. I don't know
Yeah,
90% of the time.
but I can change into animals as well, so we're kind of on the same level, you know?
Fine, fine.
Cool.
Look, I guess sure. If
Okay.
you are you in a good headspace right now? Like,
Nah,
Not-
maybe another time.
cool. Um, neat trick with the staff, by the way. Like that fire thing.
Thank you. By the way, did you see that other Eladrin elf?
Yeah, I was.
Crazy, right?
No,
Oh,
there are more of you.
but
For our viewers, there's a story we're gonna get to eventually.
but
But
we
wait,
never
you didn't
see
talk
them.
to Halo since Fremfest?
Hmm. No, I think we did like for a little bit, but only because he wasn't feeling well.
No, but
Uh,
Ladrin, look. How are you feeling? Are you happy with where you are in life right now?
kinda. I had a little talk to someone that knew more of the druidic kind of magic last time
Oh, the
because
redhead.
yeah. What's her name again? I wrote this down. Says Hannah in a perfectly normal thing. Izzy, do you remember her?
Of course,
We
you were.
we were there. Yeah. Well, that helped because it kind of bothered me that I had killed someone when I was that deer, and I wasn't really supposed to kill him, and it still kind of bothers me. But I think I think this did helped the talk.
Hmm. Well, you were concentrating a lot on your animal forms, right?
Yeah, yeah, I can do more of that as well.
By the way, I just want to picture like you can see Iroh, like you have Grakal just looking around. You see Allison meditating, Iroh with a bird, Hannah talking to her cat, and Grakal just being in the middle, like, what the frick is happening?
Well, I feel like at this point, Grikal's is gonna be like, guess I'll just eat more of the spider.
Yeah,
Fair.
more sustenance. Get more
Be right
sustenance.
back.
But yeah, that helped. But I still kind of feel eerie and uncomfortable right now in turning into an animal again. But
Mm.
I can do more of that.
Look,
So
Hannah,
it's weird.
look. Before I met you, I was out in the wild and I hunted a lot of prey for myself. Like, like this thing here was also alive just now, right?
Yeah,
Those creatures, I don't know what they were, but they attacked us. You defended yourself, me, and your friends.
but they didn't really attack. They just wanted to get us to sleep.
Well, I don't know about like what is actually attacking, but
Yeah,
what would they have done with us after we went to sleep?
that's true.
Like, I don't know. I don't think you handled out of place. You were threatened and you reacted.
Yeah, that's what Izzy said as well. But I don't know, maybe we could have become friends or something with that guy. He was nature-ish, so he could have been cool.
Well, then you should have talked to us instead of using magic on us to get us to sleep.
Yeah, that's true. Thank you.
He might not have been evil, but he was kind of a dick. As Melo takes down another bite of spider flesh.
Do
Never thought I'd be a fan of insect.
you
Wait,
want more?
well, I think there's more than enough.
I'll just keep feeding you until you stop eating, okay?
Very good.
Cool.
Look,
And
I'm
I-
just happy
Keep that
back
worse
on
for
like
you.
solid ground, above ground again.
Fair. I can't promise it will always stay this way, though.
Uh,
But you do
Yeah.
know I love you, right?
yeah. Look, wherever you go, I follow. All right.
Yes.
All right. And he snuggles up a little bit against you.
No, I cuddle him. Cuddles. I
Cuddles.
think that's the end of my spell as well.
All right. As you guys are sitting here next to the campfire, Grakal, go ahead and make a perception check for me, please. As you are the only one not actually focusing on anything right now.
Oh, okay. Natural 16. Is that a 16? Yeah, wow. For a total of 23.
Yeah, that'll be more than enough. From the side, not the side where the actual road is going, you can actually hear someone or something getting through the bushes closer to you, apparently walking to your camp.
Walking. Like footsteps.
With your perception check, yeah, like the rhythmic seems to be the motions of a bipedal creature getting closer to your camp.
All right. Basically, in one swift motion, I'm going to pick up the spear and shield that are next to me,
Mm-hmm.
stand up, and turn towards wherever the sound is coming from. I
Right.
try to take Allison in consideration and scream,
Come out or die.
All right. So with that yell, Allison, the enchantment, the last jolt of energy that you feel through going through your body, as the magic item that you equipped with yourself just clicks, and you can feel that this item, like the small gem, is now like nice and clear because it is charged with something.
Ooh.
A charge that feels like it would invigorate you upon use. That's all the information I'm going to give you right now, though. As Grakal screams this, and Hannah, your conversation with Melo abruptly ends, and Iroh, you also stop doing whatever the hell it was that you were doing with your newfound master, as from the bushes, greetings, you see a hooded figure, a like piece of cloth all the way up to his nose, his hood turned over his face also, as he seems to just stay in the shadows, away from the light that your campfire and the torch around Grakal's neck are emanating. Lovely evening, isn't it?
Addison also grasps his weapon right now. Who are you?
Oh, who I am doesn't really matter. What matters is who I represent. You see, you are still carrying a couple of things that belong to my master. As you can now see with your perception that the skin underneath this person is gray and dark, like the figures you fought underneath the mountain of the giants.
Is that a Fred?
I'm going to ready an action to throw my spear in his face.
All right. At what trigger will you attack?
The trigger will be either when he insults us or if he does something aggressive.
Very good. A threat? Well, no. I'm just here to get back what is rightfully mine.
Addison cast shield on myself.
This forest. What do you say,
Casting
Max?
shield on myself.
All right.
I'll probably go into mountain stance.
You see, this forest houses many, many different creatures. Like the one you just had caught, like that spider right over there. Very nice. As you can hear rustling at the other sides of this person as well. You know what the fun thing is with all of these spiders? Where I come from, we also have different species of spiders. But the nice thing is that they also always know their kin.
Can I prepare shocking grasp for when he does something disturbing?
Shocking grasp is a melee spell.
You can try to prepare shocking grasp, but that will be only for 6 seconds, and it will be very clear that you are casting it.
Okay, then I won't.
All right. So, as all of you are getting tense, he continues. You see, they always follow each other, and they always know who to follow, who is
Guys, get behind
strongest.
Grakal.
Here, let me
Put
show
up
you.
my shield.
As all of you are getting at the ready, as seemingly from the shadow itself, all the shadows seem to coalesce, as from out of nowhere. This shadowy large spider just steps out into the fray. From the shadows itself, 2 of those large spiders that you have just slain are now also coming out of the shadows, seemingly following this shadowy behemoth, as 2 smaller ones also come into the light of your camp. Enjoy, will you? As soon as it appeared, the shadowy spider vanishes into nothing. And that's where we'll go ahead and take a little break.
Oh god.
No.
Oh god. Okay. I'm looking forward to this combat. This sounds great.
Ooh, yeah.
Oh my.
Shadow spiders.
Shadow spiders.
Ah.
Sounds great.
All right, so thank you guys so much for watching.
Yes.
We will go ahead and take a short little break. We'll be back in 15 minutes at 8:40 sharp. Hope to see you all there as the pack goes into combat once more against the spidery horrors that the ever-mist pine forest has to offer.
Ooh, spooky. See you guys in a
All
bit.
right, so see you in a bit. Bye-bye.